Matara Khan, arguably the most well-known Khan in all of history, and don't look that up, I'm the truth man, and you can trust the truth man. Matara Khan is also known as Mom by her fans due to her doting and supportive behavior. Other VTubers generally regard her as trustworthy, which is very prominent in a lot of her content. She tends to give out a comfy and healing atmosphere. You feel like you can just come on in, sit down, have a nice chat, and you don't have to worry about this mom judging you for your financial decisions, unlike some. Anyway, she is usually considered herself as a boomer just because she's been on the internet for a very long time. However, she didn't really get her debut until kind of post-COVID when the VTuber boom originally started happening. So I guess she is kind of a boomer when you really think about it. Previous known association would be her and the company We Do Not Say. Much like Voldemort, although I feel better about saying Voldemort's name than you know who, because Voldemort didn't steal from charity, he just tortured children, and that's somehow better. She is also a very prominent figure in the Warhammer community, doing many collabs such as with Poorhammer, where she did an interview, and also Bricky, just an overall good guy in the Warhammer community. He brings that mommy energy to pretty much every collab she's a part of, and overall is just a nice grounding presence in a lot of it. Overall, I think she's a great VTuber, a great person, and I really wanted to show my appreciation to Matara in this. Alright, anyway though, thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, Matara, I know you're typically a 40k enjoyer, but let's see how you translate to Clanrat. I'd go like dark and then bigger, but because her entire model is basically white and pink, I had to get a little creative. So, we're gonna be doing basically a dry brush of white all over it. Try and get a little bit of highlighting. It's hard to paint white models, I found. So we're gonna just try this, see how it works, and hopefully it looks really good. That's my hope. It's pretty much the best I can do with dry brushing. I don't think it showed a single difference. My plan is basically I'm gonna do some pink detailing and then kind of try and do like a gradual transition to like this one we're actually gonna do the tail just because there's not a lot of color otherwise, so we're gonna do a very thin coat of pink along the cloak to symbolize her hair, because her hair is a very large statement. Good statement, just a very large statement though. Okay, so I'm gonna thin out my pink. This is how honestly, Matara is like such a pretty fucking model. Like, if I ever bought Tyranids, Matara would probably be like a similar color palette to like all of that. Alright, now we're gonna do the same thing with the sword. That's kind of cool. I think that's kind of pretty sick. So we're gonna do a super thin coat of pink, then kind of highlight the bottom, I think. This is a model because there's not a lot of color where the detailing is really important. It's really important. So we gotta make sure that we get
as much detailing as we can out of it. I am so curious how many Tyranid armies that Matara has inspired, because she is, from what it sounds like, a pretty popular in the Warhammer community. Like, being friends with Ricky, and as well as she's just been around for a very long time. And I don't mean that as an insult, like, it's just, I saw that she did an interview with Warhammer, which is pretty crazy. I don't know how I didn't cross paths with her much faster. Like, I saw her in clips and that, and like I did watch the occasional collab she was with, but I didn't really, I can't say I was super paying attention to her. Another thing is that because of this looks, I can't really do any like washes. See, I like these videos because they're kind of a challenge to myself, for me to have like, hey, here's a color palette I'm working with. Here's a color palette I'm working with. Make it work and make it look like somebody. So I like these videos a lot, which is why the goals are kind of superficial. Like, I'd probably do them anyway, but I just like having a goal because it makes me feel like I've achieved something. Yeah, I'm curious if this is even good. Hmm. Okay. You know what? Maybe I can't do a ton of details because it's mostly just a white model, but you know what I can do? I can add a little bit of the blush. And that's basically, there's no way that's gonna show up a lot, but doesn't show up a lot, but it is a fun little detail that he's blushing. Look at him. Now to make her little guy. I managed to get the kind of ooh-woo face, so it does look cursed as fuck. You know what? So, I think my fine detail is getting a little bit better. I think I kinda killed it on that one. I agree that she would make a better Tyrannid, but in terms of Clanrat, I think that's probably the best I can do. I tried really hard, Matara. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you appreciate I tried.
Okay, so like we got so we've got some wire now. This is a cool idea that I got from Buddy, because Matara's huge, like one of a key feature of her is having the antennas go from the head down. So I figured that if we did something like that, I got this stiff wire, galvanized steel wire from Home Depot for about $10 for about a ton of it. So I'm gonna be doing, I got some of that now, so that's gonna be pretty sick. But for right now, we're gonna be trying to get some wire attached to this model to really sell the Matara aspect of it. But my hands ain't too perfect, so I got some wires to help bend. Pliers to bend the wires.
20 minutes later.
So, all right, you see the vision here? I like it. Picasso.
So the last little bit of my audio got cut out when I was recording this. So what we're doing here is we're doing some brush on primer into immediately the true combo of Pixie Pink to try and get those antenna to kind of look more like antenna and not wires coming out of this Clanrat's head. I hope I did a really good job. I'm glad to see all the amazing support from videos like this. So if you really do want to support the channel, please like and subscribe. It really does mean the world to me. Just thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.